Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to all in Islam and Moral Education class. This is Hasan Yahya, lecturer, Department of Islamic Studies, Milestone College. My dear students, welcome to all in Islam and Moral Education class. And at first I would like to recite Durood Sharif. Everybody please you're instructed to recite Durood Sharif with me. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad An-Nabiyyi Al-Ummiyyi wa alihi wa sallim. My dear students, just after MT exam, these are first IME class, and this class is a little bit this very important class for you, and everybody our critical situation because of our coronavirus. Also, this is the last time of our school close time, and already 6 months gone, and I don't know, you don't know when our school will open or college will open. So we are conducting online classes, we are conducting Zoom classes, we are conducting video classes. So this class is very important. Everybody, those students you watch all classes, you can do better in exam. And last exam you attended, and maximum students we are very sorry to say that, and then we are not happy to observe your activities, your performance. So please, everybody, be careful, and your next class promotion and everything is depend on your online activities. So in online activities, so this is the part of online activities: your exam, your class, your watching class, your Zoom class. So everybody, please take your copy, take your IME book, and open your book, and take your pen also, and those you need, please prepare and watch the class properly. My dear students, today I would like to discuss chapter 3, lesson 5 to lesson 10. Earlier we discussed every chapter, every lesson, and elaborately, and we discussed just one lesson or two lesson, and we discuss everything about that topic. But just we have completed all syllabus for our final exam, and so I want to just revise these topics. And today we'll discuss from chapter 3, lesson 5, lesson 6, lesson 5 Hajj, lesson 6 employer-employee relationship, lesson 7 real knowledge, lesson 8 characteristics of learners, lesson 9 qualities of teachers, and lesson 10 student teachers relationship. My dear students, earlier already we discussed everything, all points, all importance and necessary things about these topics. Just I want to revise this topic. I want to give you the points of this topic. So if you watch this class, I think it will be benefited for you. Okay, my dear students, first of all, I'd like to discuss chapter 3, lesson 5. You already open your book, please. Chapter 3, lesson 5. I have a PDF version book, so it's here 120 page number 120. Okay, my dear students, Hajj, Hajj is the fifth base of Islam, and there is the definition of in Islam, and according to Islamic Shariat, to the visit to Baitullah, Kaaba, house of Allah, and the place connected thereafter on the fixed days in the fixed method in the month of Dhul with the intention of pleasing Allah is called Hajj. Everybody, we know the definition of Hajj, and there are 3 forms of Hajj, and there are 7 wajibs of Hajj, and that 3 forms of Hajj is how many forms of Hajj? There are 3 forms of Hajj. Number 1, to tip up ihram, to adopt the formal intention. Number 2, presence at the Arafah ground on the 9th Dhul. Number 3, Tawaf Ziyarat, circulation around Nabil Kaaba to any day from the morning of 10 to 12 Dhul. These are the 3 forms. And 7th wajib, there are 7 wajibs of Hajj. These are: number 1, to stay at a place called Muzdalifah at night following the 9th Dhul. Number 2, to run between the 2 mountains called Safa and Marwa. Number 3, throwing of 7 stone pebbles, aiming the devil on 3 fixed spots at Mina on 3 successive days, 10th, 11th and 12th Jilas. Number 4, Kurbani. Number 5, sharing the head of, trimming the hair of head. Number 6, to perform the farewell tawaf. Number 7, to offer the, if anybody do mistake, so that is the one kind of if any forgetfulness or mistake of any 7 words are dropped or additional, Qurbani is obligation for each. That is called Dom. My dear students, you know, how this is very important, and their social importance, their religious importance. My dear students, I can give you 3 points of religious importance. How this for solvents people. Number 2, benefit of Hajj is just Jannah, and number 3, man can be sinless by performing Hajj, you know. And Hajj is for those people, for all type of people. For poor people, no, only those are rich people, those are ability to perform Hajj. Hajj is for that type of people. If anybody he has ability to perform Hajj, but he is not interested to perform Hajj, he didn't go to perform Hajj, he didn't go to Makkah before his death, then after death Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him punishment. So Hajj is for solvent people, those are very economical solvency they have, then they can perform Hajj, and these are the force for rich people. And number 2, benefit of Hajj is just Jannah. You know, Allah subhanahu Prophet Muhammad said, Al-Hajju Mabrur laysa Jannah. That means, and if your Hajj accepted to Almighty Allah, then the return of this benefit is just Jannah, and you will get paradise. And this is the great opportunity for us. This is the great opportunity for all kind of people, and we don't know which Ibadat Allah subhanahu will accept from us, but this Hajj is very important. And the third and last thing is, man can be sinless by performing Hajj. And just like a newborn baby, what about the newborn baby? A newborn baby, he has no any sin, just sinless. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted our Hajj, then we will become sinless. And these are the religious importance of Hajj. And then social importance of Hajj. What is the social importance of Hajj? And world brotherhood created, you know. And we are all people. We if we go to Makkah from Bangladesh, somebody go to from India, somebody go to from Pakistan, somebody will go to from Malaysia, then some also America, from other country also. But those people, they gather one place. They are the brotherhood. They are the great symbol of brotherhood. So world brotherhood can be created by Hajj. Number 2, removing discrimination. This is the very important also. And last thing is learning discipline. These are social importance of Hajj. Okay, my dear students, we have completed Hajj lesson. And then employer and employee relationship. Employer and employee relationship. This is very important. You know, my dear students, I told you, and you know, Islam is the complete code of life. So, and employer and employee relationship, these are some things. At first I want to tell you duties of employer, just like, you know, and those we are owner and we have servant, and we have, there are a lot of people, worker, we have to pay timely. Number one point is in duties of employer, you have to pay timely. Have you got my point? Just after 1 month, you have to pay in the 1 month salary. If you don't pay your salary, then it's not good. Prophet Muhammad said in the Hadith Sharif that you have to pay your salary on time. Okay, and if we demand we are the follower of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then we have to pay on time. Then number 2, giving work according to ability. Suppose I have no ability to do that hard work, but you give me, no. So those are the those have ability, just that type of work a employer can give his employee. Number 3, forgiveness. This is very important. If any employee can do any mistake, then employer should forgive always. And then the duties of employee. this is the one side of employer, and another side of servant or employee, that is doing duty properly. What type of it can duty, we have to perform our duty properly. Number two, maintain amanat. Suppose I am working in this company, you are working in that company, and you have lot of necessary things, then everything is amanat to you, so you should not care about any amanat. Then number three, doing all work properly. Whatever your work employer, your those people, your boss and your master will give you your work, then you have to do. It can be little work, it can be huge, important. That every work is very important. You know, there is the great story about Hazrat Anas radiallahu anhu. He was a servant of our Holy Prophet Moses more than 10 years, and Hazrat Anas radiallahu anhu, later he described, he told that in my 10 years, Prophet Muhammad didn't tell me any bad word, and why you didn't do that, why, what was your problem. So this is the great idea, and this is the great symbol and great ideal relationship between employer and employee, that Prophet Muhammad. Another important and symbolic, another great example we can get from our the second Caliph of Muslim, Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu. He went to outside and foreign with his servant, and they used to traveler, sometimes they use camel, and sometimes his servant use that animal, and sometimes he used himself. So that is the example of employer and employee relationship. If you love your employer, then your employer, your boss will love you. So it is very a matter of sorrow that our country is totally absent. So my dear students, and please maintain these things. Okay, my dear students, and we have completed house and employer-employee relationship. Then ilm, knowledge, lesson 7, ilm, knowledge. You know, ilm is an Arabic word. Ilm is an Arabic word. In Islamic parlance, ilm is to realize the exact situation or condition of something. On the contrary, the meaning of Islam is to obey the surrender. That means, according to Islam, to know any or realize anything, the exact situation or exact thing, that is the ilm. Otherwise, it's not ilm, or it's not knowledge. My dear students, you know, their classification of ilm. And before that, I want to tell you the importance of ilm. The 3 points, the number. This is the order of Almighty Allah. This is the first order of Wahi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and then the big by ilm, everything dignity. Alladhina utul ilma darajat. By ilm, our dignity will is just because of ilm. If you are a knowledgeable person, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you dignity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you respect. And if you have no knowledge, then nobody will respect you. So this is a symbol of dignity. By ilm, reason dignity. And number 3, acquiring knowledge is forged. Allah, Prophet Muhammad said that so acquiring knowledge is forged for all kind of people, all Muslims. Have you understood my points? So these are the points of ilm. This is the points of knowledge. Okay, my dear students, you know, there are then classification of knowledge. There are 2 kinds of knowledge: acceptable, at first dini, and mundane. And for here, for akhirat, one kind of akhirat ilm, one kind of dunya ilm. Another thing is acceptable, and another not acceptable. Another is religious related, another is mundane life related. So all kinds, you know, the classification of ilm, and if you read properly, then you can get, my dear students. Okay, we have completed also lesson 8. Just I want to tell you the points of this topics. I am not interested to give you the everything, because already I described and I took a class. So those, yeah, probably you can watch our class or before class. Okay, then characteristics of learners. Characteristics of learners. You know, one of the great Islamic scholars, Imam Shafi, may Allah please him, and his teacher Allama Waqi radiallahu ta'ala rahmatullahi alayhi, and he mentioned the great characters of students. You know, the Allama Waqid rahmatullah said that the only feature that a student must show is his avoidance of all sinful activities. This is very important, my dear students. So we are students, so we have to follow the great order or great advice of the great Islamic scholars, the teacher of great Islamic scholars, Imam Shafi rahmatullah alayhi. So Allama Waqid rahmatullah alayhi said that so a student must avoid all kind of sinful activities. Okay, my dear students. So these are the characteristics of learners. Then you can, if you get any question in exam, already you got the question in your last MT exam. Those you have written properly, then you got the marks. Otherwise, those you didn't write properly, then you didn't get marks. Okay, then students and teacher. Then quality of teachers, and there are few points. There are also sub points. The who is your who is a good teacher, who is and there are minimum 7 to 5, then 6, 7. Though there are more than 30 points available in ideal teachers and qualities of teachers. Then you can just read that. Okay, then student teachers relationship, student teacher relationship. My dear students, you know, and there are 3 major points of this topic. What is the relation of a student and with teacher, between teacher and relation? This is the relation of heart. A student just like his son of his teacher. Number 1, relation of heart, and very close relation with a teacher. Number 1. Number 2, just like father and son. Whatever, just like father and son. And number 3, and just a master and the student, employer and employee. You know, and if you watch some Chinese movie, and you know, and when they want to learn some physical activity, then they went to their boss, and they went to their master, and there are a lot of students. They are every time, always they must maintain his master's order. So these are the 3 major points of teachers students relationship. Okay, my dear students, and just I have completed the 6 lessons, or just I discussed the points of this topic. Okay, and now you can see in your screen our MT exams question, and already. And just I want to read out, everybody give your attention. Already you got this question. If although I am doing that, Mr. Abdul Rahim participated in various workshop programs after going to Hajj. During a workshop, one day he said, we have to learn many new things. Then an instructor said, this is why Islam gives importance to acquire knowledge. And you know, this is the stem you got in exam. Number 1, according to Allama Waqid rahmatullah, what is the only quality of a student? And I told you in class, I told you also in my lecture. So what is the only quality of a student? What is the answer? Who can tell me? Okay, very good. I think all of you can tell me the answer. Then avoid sinful activities. Okay, this is the number 1, or only one quality of a student. We have to avoid sinful activities. If you write this question, you will get marks. This is the knowledge based question. Okay, number 2, B, how the relationship between students and teacher, explain. And this 2 number of question. You have, if you this, you know, you have to think that this is the number 2. So what is the how the relationship between student and teacher? Just I told you before question discussion. There you have to write the teacher and student relationship, and there are 3 major points: relationship of heart, just like father and son, employer, master and student, and we can tell any word. So these 3 points are very important. You have to write. Then a teacher is just like father, a student just like son, and a teacher is a relation with his son, and a very close relationship of heart. Okay, my dear students, and then number 3, describe the religious importance of the Ibadat performed by Mr. Abdul Rahim. think that, my dear students, this is very important. If you think that they describe the religious importance of the ibadat performed by Mr. Abdul Rahim, this is the knowledge based, then you have to realize, then you have to write. Just if you write, then the religious importance of the ibadat performed by Abdul Rahim, and if you start the importance of Hajj, and already in your question they mentioned that the Hajj, then you will start the importance of Hajj, then this is not right. At first you have to find out what is the main answer, knowledge based, then you have to apply this thing. Number one, and describe the religious importance of the ibadat performed by Abdul Rahim. Who is ibadat performed by Abdul Rahim? Hajj. Okay, then you can now you have to write describe the religious importance of Hajj. There are two things. Number one, at first you have to find out which things. Okay, there is Hajj. Okay, there are 3 marks, so you have to realize this creative question system or creative system. Now you have to write the religious importance of Hajj. What is the religious importance of Hajj? I told you, Allah will forgive all sin, Allah will give you Jannah, and this is the for rich people, for those are solvency people. So religious importance, you have to mention that. There are ayats, there are the verses of Holy Quran, there are also Hadith of Prophet. So you have to mention that. You have to write that. Minimum you have to write the meaning of this verse. Have you got my point? Well, there are a few verses in our book also. So you have to write those things. Have you understood my point? Okay, if you have any problem, you can ask me in WhatsApp group also. You can ask me later also. No problem, my dear students. Okay, last question is, evaluate the comment of instructor mentioned in the STEM. Okay, you have to evaluate the comment of instructor mentioned in the STEM. At first, we have to find out the comment. Who is comment? Of the instructor mentioned in the comment of the instructor mentioned. Everybody go. Then an instructor said, this is why Islam gives importance to acquire knowledge. That means acquire of knowledge, the importance of acquire of knowledge, these things. So now you have to write evaluate the importance of acquire knowledge. Now you have to write those things. What is the importance of knowledge? And by ilm, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise our dignity, and by ilm, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us, and acquire knowledge is for all people. There are a lot of verses, and there are a lot of hadith also in our textbook. So these are the system to writing a creative question. And some students, you wrote very well, alhamdulillah, you got very good marks, and some students you didn't do well. So that's why I discussed this question. Further, if you have any problem, no problem, you can ask me and we'll discuss again. And thank you so much, my dear students. And just after today, just day after tomorrow again we have class. So that time maybe we will discuss again. And may Allah bless us all, and take preparation for your Google MCQ test. Your next class, your Google MCQ test will be held. So be careful. And again, I'm telling you, respect your teacher. Try to respect your teacher, and pray for your institute, pray for Milestone, pray for your teacher, pray for your parents, and pray for me also. And always try to perform Salat timely. Thank you so much. No more today. May Allah bless us all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.